Tell that you both screaming fight, everybody got the light. Every night we don't fight, we decide, live inside, veggie shows and escapades. Let the arcade pixelated party lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, less extreme. Saturday gleams, so day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Raise the channel, riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, I'm lost and found. Channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled. Electric beats, bustin' streets, endless streets, midnight beats, living heat, heartbeat bleed, polyphonic needs, cyber beats, rhythm sweet, Saturday seats, beat retreats, makes us complete. Blazing trails, no fails, neon veils, waves of gales, colored tales, joy sails, endless rails, like a veil, Saturday tale, we hail breaking jails.
Good morning and welcome, bottom. These are the people in the neighborhood. The YouTube tabletop role-playing game community neighborhood. How y'all doing? It's 8 o'clock on the dot here on the last day of August 2024. It is dark and gloomy outside. Just perfect for Halloween. Spooky voice. It's Saturday, and on Saturday we do something nice. We do the channel shout-out. We take a walk through the wonderful world of tabletop role-playing game YouTube sites and take a look at all the sites that are doing better than mine, but I'm not bitter. So let's do that. And first, let's give a shout out to our beloved Kettleton, Henya the Genius, because Henya the Genius is taking a prolonged leave from VTubing because of health reasons. And, you know, the VTubing world is a slightly darker place without her. If you've never watched Henya the Genius, on VTubers, if you're not into the whole VTuber thing, she is just a ray of sunshine in a world that is, you know, desperately needing just kindness and giggly and just innocent. She's just wonderful. And she announced the other day that she is taking a break due to health reasons. And as a VTuber, VSojo fan, it's a little sad. I mean, you know, the world without our kettle in it is just a little bit darker. So get well soon, Henya the Genius. Like, share, subscribe. We love you, Henya. And hopefully you will feel better soon. So starting the day with Henya. Why am I starting the day with a VTuber? Because I got this idea from VTubers. I know there's some people out there who think I got the idea from Shoner or somebody else. But no. This was all from listening and watching VTubers do Twitch channel raids. And that's where I got the idea from. So thank you, Henya and Iron Mouse. And some people say, well, I'm pandering. I'm just trying to get more views to my channel. Guys, pretty much every channel I've done this for has more views than I do. So yeah, I'm not, if I get even one person to follow my channel from this, great. But really the whole point is to just shout out other YouTubers and try and create a more positive community for YouTubing. You know, Monday through Friday, I tend to be a little bitter and sarcastic, but on Saturday, let's just wrap ourselves in a blanket of kindness and visit some other channels and help people out. Speaking of helping people out, segue. Let's go straight to our first channel. Technically not a channel, it's a website, but these are our friends over at Greedy Gorgon Press. They are constantly making new Kickstarters every month or so. And they always send me a link. They always want me to go, hey, shout out our channel. And I do. I put a link in my comments every time they do. And I shout them out every chance they can. They're just constantly doing Kickstarters. They're all relatively inexpensive Kickstarters. They're all just sort of 5th edition or 5th edition adjacent goofiness. They've done Olympics. They've done a rock and roll themed. They've done Titanic. They just sort of grab bizarre themes from anywhere and then make them work with 5e. And their latest one is Killer of the Giants, which is basically, let's take the video game Hitman, convert it to D&D, where you're a hitman against giants and titans, but it's also based on some rock and roll albums. So there's a lot of rock and roll references to albums and stuff like that. The Kickstarter just went live. I've got a link to it down below. Check them out. They're very kind to send me links all the time. So hopefully we'll get a chance to interview them soon and we can find out more about Greedy Gorgon Press. If you want to check out some people who are making some quality 5e content, here's a chance, especially right now. You should support, if you are a 5e fan and you want to continue to get good quality 5e product and you don't want to jump on the digital 6th edition Wizards of the Coast bandwagon, support guys like this. Support guys like this who are still just chugging away trying to make good quality 5e content for a game that was perfectly fine for, 8-9 years. So Greedy Gorgon Press, as always, the link's down below if you want to check them out. I would give them a link, but they don't have a YouTube that I could find. I looked. It might be under a different name. Another one. I'm surprised I haven't done these guys sooner. It's Acquisitions Incorporated, or the only time you get to see Chris Perkins smiling. I'm surprised I haven't given them a subscribe yet, considering what a huge fan of theirs I am. I've loved Acquisitions Incorporated. I have followed it for years, first with the podcast, and then when they started doing I got a comment. Oh, it's just Catman Rose Superhero. How are you, Catman Rose Superhero? I gave you a shout out like 2 weeks ago. Thank you for sticking with my channel for as long as you have, more coffee, please. Let's try that again. Rewind. Thanks for sticking with my channel for so long, Cat Monroe Superhero, and constantly mentioning GURPS Supers. It's like a backwards shout out to me. And speaking of backwards shout out, we see right here the face of our good old friend Mike Poundsmith. I wonder if Mike Poundsmith remembers me. Hello, Mike Poundsmith. Mike Poundsmith did a live playthrough of Cyberpunk with the Acquisitions Incorporated gang, which was pretty awesome. Then we have a DM's roundtable where this amazingly lucky young lady named Jasmine got to DM for Chris Perkins, the Acquisitions Incorporated boys, and the latest clone of Jeremy Crawford. I hate what Jeremy Crawford did with Acquisitions Incorporated when Chris stood down. I understood why Chris stood down, but if you watch the Chris Perkins run of Acquisitions Incorporated, the Jeremy Crawford run, and then when Chris Perkins came back, it is as different as night and day. But speaking of our good friend Chris Perkins, Acquisitions Incorporated is one of the rare times you get to see a smiling Chris Perkins, a healthy and happy looking Chris Perkins. If you look at Chris Perkins when he's doing D&D 5e interviews, and when you look at Chris Perkins when he's working with the Acquisitions Incorporated people, especially the last 3 years, it's night and day, guys. It's night and days. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me on this, but it's just a much healthier, happier Chris Perkins when he's working with the Acquisition Incorporated guys, which is why I constantly say Chris Perkins should leave D&D and go work with them, because they obviously appreciate him, and he's happy. And that's, as a fan of Chris Perkins's earlier work through Acquisition Incorporated. Yeah, so let's give them a like, share, and subscribe. They don't really need my help because they got 17.3 subscribers and they've made hundreds of videos over the years through Penny Arcade, through Acquisitions Incorporated, through PAX East and PAX West, through Chris Perkins. So yeah, but still, Penny Arcade, Acquisitions Incorporated, just fun. Just so much fun and goofiness. It's great to watch them. And it was great when Jerry came back and started playing Jim Dark Magic again, because he'd taken a break for a long, long time. And he came back. And the return of Jim Dark Magic was pretty awesome. So yeah, there's a shout out to them. And the final one for today, we don't have a lot today, is a new guy. But he's already got way more subs than I have. So I don't know what this guy's doing right. He's got 50.9K subs, and he's got 28 videos. I've got 1.8 subs, dude. Whatever it is you're doing well, please let me know. Or whatever I'm doing badly, guys, please let me know. I mean, I'm doing this for almost 10 years. I'm still below 2 subs. I must fucking suck. I don't know why you guys listen to me. Oh, because I'm funny and I sing. So this is the Deficient Master, and he does reviews. He does the thing that we're very used to by now. He reviews things. He talks about 5e. He talks about what's good, what's bad. He's got a video about here, like, he's doing the whole "this is wrong and this is why" thing. So he's got like here's why your players suck, here's why your NPCs suck, here's why your game sucks. So he's doing the backwards thing where he starts it out with the this is why you suck, but really what he's trying to do is give you advice on how to improve your game. I don't know if you're doing it wrong, that you suck and this is why works, but I guess it does because this guy's got 50.9k subs. So I don't know what you would call this style, the backward style. They start with the worst and work your way to the best, as opposed to start with your best and work your way to the worst. Reverse criticism. I don't know what the word is, if there is a word for this style. It's like my brain's trying to put it into words how this works, but you start with the negative, sort of facetiously, maybe a little tongue-in-cheek, and then you just slowly build back up to how these are actually tips that you could use to make your NPC better. So he does that, and I guess it works for him. Daniel over at Driving and Dragons also does the same thing, and I guess it's working for him. I don't know, man. I don't think I could do that. I try and start with the positive and then work my way down to the negative. And then my negatives are usually things that are just negative personally to me that most other people don't agree with, like the whole ink thing. Because, it's really hard for me to find anything negative about somebody who's actually gotten their game on market. I mean, congratulations for getting your game on market, and getting 50 subs, dude. I mean, more power to you. I mean, if I absolutely hate something, then I will be viciously attack it, like Chimera or the world building section of Teeny Heroes. Often to my own detriment, but I gotta stay true to myself, even if it means I don't get as many subs as some other people. But this guy seems to be doing something right, and God love him for doing it and doing it well. And I don't think he shows his face. And I know I get a lot of crap for not showing my face, but I think this guy has got it well. And also, he has a better setup than mine, but that requires money that I don't have. D&D's Worst Monster. Earwigs. The monsters that lived in the wood of the doors that would go in the characters' ears whenever they were listening at doors. Here was a monster specifically designed for a very specific situation, just to fuck with players. I mean, I know Gygax was famous for his wandering traps, but come on, dude. Really? It was like the bookworms. The bookworms were another one where this monster simply exists to fuck with wizards. Anyways, yeah, let's give this guy a like, share, and subscribe, and maybe he'll send some subs our way. And that's it. We've only got 3 this week. Shout out to Geeky Gordon Games. Shout out to Acquisitions Incorporated. Shout out to the Deficient Master. And of course, shout out to our kettle, our beloved kettle, Henya the Genius, a bright ray of sunshine. Please get well soon, Henya. We miss you. The VTubing world is a little sadder without you. And that is it for this day's shout out. If you've got a channel you want me to shout out, let me know. If you ever want to work with me or talk with me about anything, you always can. I'm always open to doing interviews, to reviewing product. If you want to send it to me, please feel free to reach out. This is as much as your channel. 2,000 subs by, January 1st. That would be the goal. And it's time for Halloween spookiness. Woo. People would be like, it's still too early. It's September. It's like, dude, opening night for HHN was last night. It's Halloween. Right? I mean, Knox hasn't even opened Scary Farm yet. Fright Fest hasn't started, but Universal was like, fuck it, let's go. I mean, I don't even know at this point in time why we even stopped doing Universal. Why do you stop doing HHN? It's got to be your major source of income. You should just do it year round. Just do it year round. I already did shout out Bear the Gen X GM a while back. Most of these guys never respond when I say that I shout them out, which is sad, but I'm going to keep doing it. Even if I'm doing it just for me, because the only way I can improve is by looking at other people. Till next time, I'm the OG GM. Let's listen to that song one more time because it's fucking awesome. I don't care if it's AI. I love playing with Suno.
Child that you go screaming fight, like a light at the light. Very nice, fight, take a side, live it side, baby shows and Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing themes, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, lights extreme, Saturday gleams. So it's day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Raise the channel, right and loud.